Good morning, friends. This is Janie from Graham's Backyard Living. I wanted to kind of give you a little tour. I haven't filmed anything, but like I said, when the weather was cold and we were stuck inside, I wouldn't see you till planting season or working in the backyard and being able to get out. So I'll show you what I've been doing. I'm going to turn you around here. If you've seen in my previous videos how my backyard was, I had the dilemma of them getting on the porch and going to the bathroom and stuff. So we found this fencing, which I've had it before. I had it all around my garden. And this kind of looks like a maze. My husband can never find the gate, but we did it all the way around the pool. So that coop over there is confined to that area. And this coop over here is confined to this area. So we're going to go through here, one of these little secret gates that I have. And the new pup thinks these chickens, come on, you can come in, come on. Thinks these chickens is his play toys. So he's not allowed over here, even though he just kind of makes his way over here. But I want to show you what I got going on. This is a new tractor that we got from somebody who sells them on Marketplace down in Tennessee. It was pretty reasonable. So this is going to be one of my grow out pens. They just came out of there. So when my babies come out of the brooder box, they'll go into this here and get a little bit older. And then when they progress, then they'll move over into here. And that's Tyson. This is the only one that I hatched out by itself. And then I went and got 2 Easter eggers to kind of keep him company. Tyson wants to fight everybody. I don't know why. Hey, Tyson. Tyson. And then my 2 little girls to keep him company. I had him back in the one of the mamas hid some eggs from me back at Christmas time, and I didn't get them all from her. So Tyson hatched out by himself, so I had to get some others. But I want to show you these pitiful girls. I kind of feel like I rescued these girls from a really bad situation. It looked awful, and I almost didn't take them. Hi there, baby. Look at how pitiful. I mean, and this is my regular girls. What are you doing over here? Get. And this is Duke, who thinks these chickens are his buddies. But you can tell the really ratty girls. They have very little hair on them, and they're a mess. And then and these are the red stars, and I got those from the same type of situation a couple of years ago, and you can see how nice they look. So I have hopes that I can get these ones cleaned up. They surprisingly didn't have any kind of bugs or mites, and they stayed in this house also under quarantine for 2 weeks. So they came in, I searched them all down, looked at them all. Some of them had respiratory issues. The ones with respiratory issues, they got an antibiotic shot, and they've been getting that Vet RX, which really, people say that's no more than just Vicks. But to me, that really helped. I mean, with their breathing and stuff and their snotty noses and everything. And dried them all up, and they're starting to look good, and they're starting to clean themselves and preem. They were 14 months old when I got them, and they're advertised as laying hens, but oh my gosh, the conditions were deplorable. I treated a couple with Monistat for yeast infections, and I'm still treating a couple of them. And I'll show you the worst one that I got. I couldn't understand why she got up there in the top of that hen house, because they didn't even know how. They were in an open barn, no roosting boxes, no nothing. So they were just piled all on top of each other. And he said I got 16 of them. there's a friend in town who decided he wanted 6 chickens. So I got him basically so he could have some hen layers. So he got him, he thinks he's going to raise chickens, but they get a couple of eggs. They're laying a couple of eggs for him, and he's just enjoying. We got him the same kind of coop like we got here. My husband went up to Tennessee and got 2 of them and got him one, and he just is having a ball, like learning their personalities and learning how to take care of chickens and reading about chickens. But anyway, those are the ones I washed. They got baths. Now the ones that had respiratory issues, they didn't get no baths, and I didn't treat them. And I've got some soap, some baking soda soap, and some supposed to be easy on their skin. And all of these are going to get baths whenever all the respiratory issues are cleared up. They're looking good, just to kind of help the condition of their skin and their feathers. You know, they weren't even primming or cleaning up or doing anything like that until just here recently. And I'll show you my baby. And this is mine that I hatched out. I hatched out 7. Hey there, Nutter Butters. Nutter Butters. So these are my, that light one there is a Buff Orpington over an Olive Egger. And all of these, their daddy is the Olive Egger. What's up, babies? What? And then the other is a Cream Leg Bar over an Olive Egger. Let me see if it'll film better. I'll shut this off, and it's starting to warm up a little bit. But they have, I put the heat lamp just kind of general, but they do have a heat plate up underneath there. So they're under that heat plate. And I just moved them out here from a little tote. So they're loving having the space. Running around, jumping on their toys. Heads up, my Nutter Butters. They come running when I call them. My little butt nuggets. My little butt nuggets. And Maggie, she thinks, you think you're the mama, don't you? Is those your babies? And I've got this little girl in here. I let her out and I put her in the garden, but see her foot? And that's her little best friend that hangs out with her back there. But the other chickens pick on her, and we're working on her putting her foot down and walking on it. I'm doing soaks with rosemary oil and black tea, and doing her a foot soak every day. And then the Viacon or something spray like that is supposed to be for like bumblefoot and stuff. We spray it every day, and she's getting out a little bit more. When I first got her, it was so awful. They were pooping on her, they were standing on her, they were laying on her, and she was covered in poop. She did get a bath, and she was just covered in so much poop, and didn't even look like she had a desire to live, and would just lay there, and didn't really move, or had no interest. But now I put her in the garden with me, and it's locked behind the gate, and she was primming, cleaning out her feathers and everything. So this is kind of where she lays. So I put her food at one side and her water at the other side, so she has to walk in between the two to encourage her to walk and use that foot. I don't know, it looks like it was either frostbit, her toes, and of course those are going to eventually, I guess, fall off, or they look smashed. So I'm really not sure what happened to her. But if you see the truck back here today, I don't know if you can see it from the sun, but I went to the Growers Co-op. A lot of people ask me where you get soil and stuff, and if you're here in the North Alabama area, I go to the Growers Associated Growers Co-op, and get the soil, because look at these beds. I bought these beds from Marketplace, and that's a lot to fill up, but I did all of my tree trimming. I trimmed back some trees, a bunch of trees around the property, filled all those in there. A lot of the deep clean or deep bedding that I did over the winter, all that came out, went into these beds, and then now I'm filling them. Got a little bit more to go there, and my potatoes are going to go there. And I have my lettuce is hardening out. I got my lettuce sitting out, and it's hardening out, so I'm going to get it planted out today. And then my Brussels sprouts is looking great. They're starting to develop under there. My onions, these onions will probably come out in July, I guess, sometime. Just keep an eye on them and see how they come. And then this little bed, this whole bed right here is garlic. So I'll get a good harvest of all my garlic right there. And then I'm just amending these beds with all of that soil, and going to get them planted out. And I do have a chart on where everything's going. All of this is planted last October. I planted all of my carrots in there, so they're starting to jump up. Got some spinach right there and a couple of leftover onion plants that I'm leaving. But all of that is actually planted with carrots on this side. And then on the other side, this corner here, I guess, I'm going to see what's coming up. I have leeks that I'm going to get planted. And I got those going in the greenhouse. So we'll go out here and look at the greenhouse. So I got a gate that I come out over here. I got a gate here. And then all of that is fenced off. And I got a gate in the middle, even though my husband can't find it. And it's kind of a pain in the butt. But that's what you got to do if you're in really tight quarters, as far as what I'm trying to do with my breeds and stuff. And I got to keep the two roosters apart because they tear each other up. So I've got snapdragons and larkspur and zinnias and more zinnias. Got all that started out growing. This is my big beautiful, this is a horseradish. Got some of my potatoes going right there. As soon as I get that far bed done, I'll be planting in those potatoes. Cucumbers here. My leeks, like I said, my leeks are right there. I got all my strawberries that are going to go out front that are right here, I think, because this pup likes to nibble on things. So I don't know if it's going to be able to work or not. But let me see. What have I got over here? Oh, those are coming up. I got marigolds. I got sweet Spanish onions. Again, I'm trying from seed onions, and I just can't do onions from seed. But here's my pink hybrid tomatoes, my great whites, and I don't even know how to say that, but it's some kind of paste tomato. And some greens there. So then now I have, let's see, yellow Brandywine, pepper-shaped tomatoes is what they said. I've got my Roma, my San Marzanos. I got my bok choy is in the back. I'm trying to grow some celery, and I got a few pieces there in the back, but nothing else. And then these here is some of the Romas, my tomatillos, Ponderosa pine, large white, and it's called, and then my Mardi Gras bush beans are there in the back. And then all this is my wintered over peppers. So you can see they're starting to green up. I'll be pulling those out. I've got to amend that bed. I'll be pulling those out and going through them. Some of them made it through the winter. Some of them didn't. And they're chomping at the bit to get out over here. So this is the other pen. And these are my colored eggs, I guess you would say. These are, so these are my creamed leg bars. There's my Snow Boy. Hey, Snow Boy, what are you doing? And then the Buff Orpingtons live over here most of the time. They get they kind of like the other rooster too, so they'll go over there and visit him, which I don't care, just so the roosters stay separated. I've had to break them up several times. But as you can see here in the coop, I just cleaned the coops out. I haven't quite taken all the plastic down. It's kind of tearing itself down, but I'm taking it down in sections because we still have times that it gets a little bit chilly, and we're supposed to have some really bad storms this Saturday too. But I mean, it's all clean in here, and I use, anybody that asks what you use in your floor, I use the horse pellets, and they're still kind of chunky, but they'll eventually break down. But it smells wonderful in here. And here's the Exorcist. She spins her head around while she's pecking you. Hey girl, you're gonna get off those eggs. I'm not ready for you to start hatching eggs out yet. No. Ow! But at least one good thing is she doesn't steal anybody else's eggs. She was been sitting on 2 eggs. So we've been rolling with that. But I'm gonna pull her out of there. I'm gonna get her that little pen, and I'm gonna put her in that little pen by herself with her babies. So, but this is what, of course I haven't cleaned anything, but they go up the stair here, and I got the poop shelf and their resting box there, the poop shelf, and then their roost on both sides. And that's good enough for them. And then their nesting boxes up underneath here, and I put another set on the floor. And then we ground up some trees out front, had the stumps ground up. So I'm utilizing that for on the floor. It works out. I usually don't have to deal with a whole lot of poop on the floor since I have the roost. But that's just kind of what's going on in my little world today. And it's going to be busy. Me and my daughter usually talk daily and stuff, but I can't even, I've got so much going on. I don't even have time to sit and visit with her or anything. But she's out enjoying the nice weather and stuff, going to the park with the kids and doing things with them. So that's great. I'll get you all fed. Well, I'm going to sign off for now. I was just wandering around and letting you know because they're all hungry and they want to eat. So I'm going to get them fed. Pick this up. And I'll show you, I did want to show you my new beds while, and that truckload is going to finish that. I'm going to top these off and kind of mix them in. And then I'll show you. So I needed a little bit more space and I couldn't fit anything else back here. So we're going to go around to the side of the house. And even those new girls got outside the fence. Even though they're not supposed to. Come on, Max. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Look at this girl. You get to know their personalities and stuff. But, see who wants to get. But look at the naked neck over here. Her neck is naked. They just look pitiful to me. They just don't look like what my birds would look in there. They're going to do good. But, so here's the area on the side of the house. So I have another one of those big beds here. I got one here and I got one here. And I have the boards. The people put the top board on this one and you can see all the straw and stuff that I have in here. So I got to finish this off. Top that off, and then of course I got the cattle panels that are going to go. It's going to look so much more, so different. So, but I wanted to get it all recorded so you can see, so I can kind of see how different it's going to look. And then I'm going to use that ring, which we've been kicking it around here and didn't know what to do with it. And I'm going to line it with the cloth, and I want to grow eucalyptus, and then I'm thinking of eucalyptus all around the sides, and then I'm going to do a bunch of flowers like the larkspur, and I think I got some hollyhocks and stuff to go in the center so they grow up real tall. And then over here on the other side, I have 2 boxes. Of course, my husband won't let me plant a whole bunch out front, but like those 2 boxes right there, I'm going to plant rhubarb. So I got to fill those up too. And the rhubarb plant, if you've ever seen rhubarb, it's a beautiful looking greenery type plant. So it'll just look like a flower or a plant growing there. You won't know no different. But that'll be rhubarb for... Girl, look at out now. They follow the dogs because I have one dog that can get out like that. I know she's not supposed to be out here, Rudy. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. We're going in. Well, I'm going to sign off right here and get this girl back in the fence. And I'll talk to you again later. And I want to thank you and say I appreciate you all following me and giving me some likes and share my page. And we'll see how things improve a little bit later on in the year. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.